Okay, so the first work that I would like to present for your consideration is work from Santiago, Montenegro, Perini, and it's a project called Tres Mujeres. Okay, so I'll take you through it a little bit. So Tres Mujeres is directed by Tomasa Congote and was shot by Jose Luis Osorio. And it's a movie about Cali. She's 8 years, lives with her grandmother, an eccentric and marginalized octogenarian, which probably means she's 80. Right? With her, she enjoys freedom but faces the judgment of the neighborhood. So she's a character, right? No. And we find out that's not it. The actress who plays Barbara is my grandmother. This film isn't about Cali. It's about my grandmother, my lineage, my fear of seeing ourselves as truly as we are. I mean, I love this, I love it. I love it. I love it when the people get a little bit personal about all of this. So Santiago has just, revealed that. So let's see. So the theme in the short fiction film blends elements of documentary and audiovisual essay formats. The protagonists are Cali, Barbara, and the director herself, whose presence is conveyed through voiceover. Oh my God, interesting. So these are the references. What unites these three films and makes them key references for this project is their bold use of color at emotional extremes, muted tones, deep cold palettes, warm palettes, intimate hues. The shifts are never arbitrary. They reflect memory, silence, trauma, and revelation. So actually, what I really value, what I really like, is the choice of references when I'm analyzing the work of some colorists, and especially when these references are not kind of the regular movies, Blade Runners and stuff like this, right? So and some of these references actually kind of I look at them and I write them on my list of movies I want to see, because some of these movies I really don't know. I actually didn't know. I heard of Sacrifice by Tarkovsky. I heard of it. I've never seen it, but now when I see it, I'm like, oh my God, really, this is looking amazing. Noche de Fuego by Tatiana Huezo. Again, I don't know this film. I really want to know what it is. And El Secreto de sus Ojos. My God, Juan Jose Campanella. Beautiful. What this warmth, and Tarkovsky always crazy. So now this was all shot on Arri Mira, Sony A7, and an iPhone. The reality of today's productions, right? And look at these looks. Look what Santiago did. Look how film is shifting through the phases. How we have the crazy grandma moments. The little girl, the warmth. The life. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love it. I love when I see that there is a shift in the grade is telling the story. So he starts with the everyday world. This is the external, observable reality. And then we move to the inner world of Cali. And so world exists in a private and emotional space between the characters. And look how he uses glow and how he's kind of showing that this is some sort of, dream world, not a real world, unbelievable, right? And then the inner world of Cali, Barbara, and the director. This is the, emotional space between them. Look at that. And then the layer breaks away from time and space, and this is where it all becomes unclear, and look, this kind of nighty. And again, unbelievable. And I love when pictures tell the story. I really love when pictures tell the story. And there we go. Look at some of this, where they started, the Rex 9, where they ended. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Beautiful cinematography. I have to say that I love the camera here. I really love it. It's just so beautifully framed, And the girl loves the camera. She's just filling up this frame. I really, really love it. I actually would love to see this film as a film. Also, Santiago shared with us his note tree. Really interesting. I have to say, like, not too complicated. I love how he does a lot at the front. He works with MTF and lens modulation and negative grain. He separates grain. Really interesting. And then, he does like a, not really complicated node tree. And then he has this post processor, a lot of texture, print grain, lens diffusion, haze, halation. I mean, unbelievable. I love it, which is where this look comes from. We have a little bit video. I'm just gonna play it with you. I can't, pipe the audio, so, might be good, but it's good for us to have a look at it, look at it.
En el fondo
The
del
lens
mar.
simulation here,
Y tú me estabas enseñando a nadar.
Granny's
Luego
awesome.
aparecíamos frente a un espejo. Mi mamá y yo nos estábamos encargando de arreglarte para salir. Y tú te estabas quedando en un hostal. Y había ese problema de siempre de que te van a echar.
Beautiful.
Cuando lo soñé, estaba tratando de encontrar nuestra historia. ¿Cuál era la historia?
Beautiful. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you think that Santiago deserves your points, and I think he definitely does, please go ahead and enter your points for him, but don't submit your form yet. We have 9 more participants to go. Just mark your points for him, and then I would like us to move to the next candidate.